And let's start, though, with Henry Clay in 1844, near the end of his life. Presidential campaign has ended. Henry Clay awaits results. Twice before, he'd sought the presidency. Twice before, he'd been defeated. Another time, he'd sought his party's nomination, but had failed to secure the nomination, and the man who did get it won the presidency. Now, his friends agree in 1844 this race represents his best chance at presidential victory. States at that time held their elections at different times, different days, and so the results trickled in over different time periods. But as the results became known, it soon became very clear that if New York went Whig for Henry Clay, he would be the next president of the United States. If it went Democratic, James K. Polk would. And it's in that atmosphere that Clay is attending a wedding in Lexington, and they're waiting for the fateful news to come in. Any day, a dispatch might bring either jubilation or dejection. In Illinois, Mary Todd Lincoln later received a letter telling what had happened on that day at that wedding in Lexington. And these are the words that the letter brought to her. As the hour approached for the arrival of the mail, I saw several gentlemen quietly leave the room, and knowing their errand, I eagerly watched for their return. As soon as they came in the room, I knew by the expression of each countenance that New York had gone Democratic. The bearers of the news consulted together for a moment. Then one of them advanced to Mr. Clay, who was standing in the center of the group. They handed him a paper. Although I was sure of the news it contained, I watched Mr. Clay's face for confirmation of the evil tidings. He opened the paper, and as he read the death knell of his political hopes and lifelong ambitions, I saw a distinct blue shade, as he described it, pass over the roots of his hair, pass down slowly over his face like a cloud, and then disappear. He stood for a moment as if frozen. He laid down the paper, turning to the table, filled a glass with wine, mine's with water, and raising it to his lips with a pleasant smile said, "I drink to the health and happiness of all assembled here." He set down his glass, the person said. He resumed his conversation as if nothing had occurred and was, as usual, the life and light of the party.